Testing. He has not seen me. Remind me of childhood memories.
Hello, my name's Chris.
Hey, I'm Kieran.
I'm Ed.
I'm Shane.
And we are
Simple Cypher.
That was cheese.
Children's TV presenters. What is the biggest challenge that lockdown has had on your practice?
I think generally it's been for everyone motivation, but in terms of our own practice, Chris lives in a warehouse so he has space, but we don't live in places where we can train our own disciplines. So just not being able to physically do what we
just be able to get in space and train what we can train.
Yeah.
Who has most inspired you as an artist?
I mean, one of my first inspirations was Brooke Milliner.
I agree. Same here. I'll just go and say like just the friends you're around, because if you see them doing something, they can inspire you to pick up what they're doing.
Yeah, I think it's the artists that I know more than artists that are famous that I find more inspiring. Because I think when you're closer to them, you kind of appreciate the journey a bit more.
Yeah.
And not to get emotional, but this man right here inspired me to go to Circus Space, do Seal Wheel and all of that, and
Going off of that, this guy inspired me to go to Circus Space. Didn't pick up the cereal though, I took a different route.
And going off of that, these guys inspire me every day.
What is his daily routine? He eats so much bread. I don't think I've ever known anyone who eats so much bread.
Thursday?
We have a meal.
4
on
days
Saturday.
gone for a loaf already.
He's doing shoe tricks, or he's on the seal wheel, or he's juggling, or he's doing something else all the time.
what is one thing you'll take away from the experience of lockdown?
I'll actually appreciate the area I live a bit more, because I spent so much time in the local area that like actually, instead of spending all my time rushing off to other places, I actually quite enjoyed just wandering around the local bits.
I think I'm really gonna appreciate having an audience in front of me.
Yeah.
5 months without an audience.
How are you staying connected to other artists and audiences?
The gram.
Yeah, probably the gram. It's kind of through digital stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
A lot of the time the performing arts world becomes a bit of a like inward bubble or a cult, so our friends are also the artists and performers, so we're generally in contact with an artist.
But what's been quite nice is seeing other people, like people that you know in the same community, but seeing them in a non-training or performing context. Do you know what I mean? So like, I've seen people who are performers who I would normally only see at training, but because there's nothing to do, you just go and sit in the park.
Yeah.
And like, it's quite nice to see them, people in a social way, as opposed to
Just being up to
creatively, you know.
Where do you find inspiration for your work?
I think a lot of it is just what we find fun. Like we all generally know what we personally like to do and how we would like to work. So
Yeah, and I think if we're having fun, then the audience will have fun.
yeah, one of the biggest inspirations like for our sort of work is actually the audience themselves. You think at the end of the show, it's the sort of reaction and feedback we've got from people.
Yeah.
Describe Shane in 3 words. Very hard worker.
Entertaining, funny, dedicated. Describe Ed in 3 words. Professional.
Oh, I'll take that.
I feel like you look after us.
Yeah.
Like none of us ever like feel down because we're always gonna be like,
The parental figure.
yeah.
Aw.
We never let anyone feel like down or anything.
Describe Kieran in 3 words.
Jolly.
Jolly. He's a jolly fella.
Prankster.
Prankster, me.
Yeah.
Describe Chris in 3 words.
Improvisational.
Yeah, I was thinking, I was like freestyler, like
Yeah.
wild, hard worker.
Talented.
'Cause basically, Chris can do anything he sets his mind to, but getting him to do it again if he has to, he just sort of wants to do his own thing.
Who would you most like to work with post-pandemic? I think it'd be fun for us to work with a musician or someone who can make music for us, because we kind of always work with.
B-girl Eddie and B-girl Tara, 2 of my little sisters that I train with, and we see each other at bows and things. Yeah, they're wicked hard workers and they're fun, and I think like they'd kill it in this sort of show.
What is the best piece of advice you've received? Get a producer. we have a producer. He's brought the company to its next phase, I believe.
Yeah, very good.
Split second, Kevin Ratton.
A phrase that I use far too often.
The thing is,
Cheese on bread.
cheese on bread.
Peace.
Bye.
Sis.
Follow us on Instagram.